All right, so there are 5 reasons why it is extremely urgent that as soon as possible upon a convict's release from any institution that they get some type of employment, some type of job is very critical. In often cases, it decides if somebody is going to succeed and remain free or take a fall and return back to prison. When you get sentenced in front of the judge and he passes you down a number of years to do or whatever the case may be, and you wonder exactly how you're going to be able to do that type of time. But once you get to prison, there's a bunch of different things that happen constantly throughout the day to keep the day moving at a steady pace. Going to chow, going to some type of job, going to rec, possibly going to school, or taking some self-improvement class. And once you begin to fall into that routine, you begin to see that it's possible for you to be able to do that time because of your routine. A convict gets very accustomed to having a routine. And sometimes some convicts, when that routine is threatened or thrown out of whack, their whole day is discombobulated and it becomes hard to function. So for a convict, since we have had that mentality of the importance of maintaining a routine already established in us, you have to be able to use that to your advantage. So getting a job helps you to maintain that routine, gives you a set schedule to stick to and follow through with so that your day can begin to break down and you'll know what you have to do and where you have to be, and you can start setting your schedule and get accustomed to a routine. And next thing you know, days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, and you've been free for a number of years and still going strong, all because you've stuck to a routine. Number 2, it's important to occupy your time. There's an old saying that idle hands is the devil's playground. Those words have never been more true than for a convict. If we don't have something to do, if we're not doing something with our hands or being active in something positive, 9 out of 10, we're probably going to find something to fill our hands that is negative. And there are several things that are out there. So what we have to do is fill that time, occupy that time with getting a job. That way your day is filled. You're doing something positive, and not a lot of negative can get at you. Not a lot of negative people can stake a claim on you because your day is already filled with responsibilities. In a kind of a way, it keeps you kind of safe. It can be a safe haven, depending on where you work, of course. But for the most part, most jobs have an element where everybody is focused to complete a task. So it's very important to occupy your time with something positive. Number 3, it gives you a sense of pride. A sense of pride to know that wherever you are, you don't have to ask people for anything. You don't have to worry about different situations like that because you know that you have a check with your name coming and it's going to be in your hand and you can spend the money to take care of your own responsibilities. It makes you feel good because you're independent, and not only that, but if you happen to be in a place where you have children or even your wife or girlfriend, or for the ladies, your husband or whatever the case may be, it gives you a sense of pride because they're proud of you and they're looking up to you for the good that you're doing. You're setting an example. And anytime you're setting a good example, it gives you a sense of pride. So just having that check, being independent and being a good example for others will give you a strong sense of pride that will make you want to continue on the path that you're going. Number 4 is, and this is a good one, it eases the constraints of parole and probation. Immediately upon a convict being released, we're usually on some form of paper, whether it be parole or probation. When they let you go, they don't really let you go. So, but one way that parole and probation on those people who are put in your life to monitor you, one big way that they ease that pressure off of you, ease the grip of their supervision off of you, is once they find out you have a job. Once they find out you are employed, it separates you from all those people who are not. They have so many people to work with. They have a caseload that sometimes is up in the hundreds, you know? So if you put yourself in a position to where you show them almost immediately that, hey, I'm employed here, I got a job here, I'm working every day, I'm doing what I gotta do, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, you're gonna get your fees paid, you're gonna get your fines paid, everybody's gonna be happy. Me, I'm gonna be at work. When you tell them that and they see that you are employed and you're taking care of your business, the pressure that parole probation can put on you in an immense way becomes lifted and becomes eased up off you. They take you off the list of having to scrutinize you so deeply and put you on a list to where, okay, this individual seems to be taking care of himself, which gives you more freedom, more room to breathe, you know, more freedom in the long run. And that's the whole point of all of this, is to maintain our freedom and expand it more and more. So you want to get off that scrutinized list and get put on a list where, hey, I know what I got to do, so you can just give me the space I need to do it. You know, you have to separate yourself, and having a job is the best way to do that. And number 5, last but not least, money. Money goes without saying. You're going to have to establish some type of income. Too many times we put pressure on ourselves when we don't have a job, and then we find ourselves desperate to go into some situation and possibly do something very negative to be able to obtain that money. But if you have a job and you're making money, you can pay those things. You can figure out what you have to do and what type of timeline you have to pay things. And you can get all your responsibilities taken care of over time, because you know you have a regular source of income. This is incredible at keeping pressure off of you. This is great for not making you feel so overwhelmed. And it's a great way to help you establish yourself for the future. The last thing you want as an ex-convict is to feel pressure. Because once you feel pressure, here comes the mistakes. So those are the 5 things. Routine, you have to establish a routine. Occupy your time. Find something positive to occupy your time with. Number 3, a sense of pride. Knowing that you're taking care of business just naturally makes you feel good inside. Number 4, it eases the grip of parole and probation. Once they see you're doing the right thing, they'll ease that hand up off of you. And that's what you want, to experience more freedom. And number 5, money. Regular source of income to take care of your immediate needs causes you to feel not so desperate. If you don't feel desperate, odds are you can survive what you're going through. We got to help each other stay the hell out of that place. Everybody who's been there, you know as well as I do what type of living hell it is. So we got to constantly try to help each other stay the hell out of that place. Please like, please share, please comment. If you need to talk to me, just leave a comment. I promise I'm going to get back to you. Have a good one. Your boy Jock.